But
Yep.
let's move on to these first party games. We're going to talk about the first party and partner games, and then we'll talk about third party games in general, and then we'll move on to price and release date and all that stuff. It kicked off with Mario Kart World. Open world Mario Kart seems really Diddy Kong Racing of them. Glad it took them 5 generations to do that, but yeah, you know what, Andre, I'm picking on you.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about this Mario Kart?
I'm excited. One thing that I was pretty surprised by is, well, there's a lot, but I'll start with the fact that when you do a Grand Prix in normal games, you finish the race, loading screen, you can use the washroom, grab a bite to eat. Not this time. You have to get to the other track and then wait for people. I think that's a cool incentive to kind of keep you always going. Knockout tour from A to B. Can you stay in the upper echelon of the pack? Can you be the one to make it home? I think that's cool. I think it's gonna really keep you motivated to always be in first, but also keep you anxious because you're always in first, and we all know first place is a dangerous place to be. And then as my friend Josh said, they Forza Horizon to Mario Kart.
Yeah, that was my first thought. As soon as I saw this, I was just like, hey, look, it's Forza Horizon.
I saw your tweet and I was like, oh my god, that's the best way to put it. Yeah, free roam. Go wherever you want, man. Do whatever you want to do till your little heart is full. They tease us with a couple boats, so our carts may turn into boats, snowmobiles. The cart customization looks like it's insane. I can't wait to be a cow. I can't wait to be a dolphin. I can't wait to be a
snowman.
Goomba, snowman. They have everyone you've ever wanted from
you can be a Boo in a suit.
Yeah. You can be Boo with a monocle and a damn suit with a hat. Everyone in Mario that you grew up with has a cart, and it's crazy, and I'm super excited. The free roam aspect, I think, is where a lot of people are going to, again, fall in love with this game or not really enjoy it. I feel like there's a lot of things from this direct that we just have to do and play, because we've all had Grand Prix, we've all done knockout stuff. The wall jumping is cool, but the free roam aspect is new, and it's going to be under a microscope, and it's going to be like right. So it's nerve wracking, but it's like, I'm excited to see how free it is and what we can do. And I'm sure there's going to be Easter eggs everywhere. I'm sure every nook and cranny of this free roam world will have a little something from every game. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to playing with friends in free roam and seeing how that aspect plays as well.
Yeah, my daughter's really excited for the free roam stuff because she's not amazing at racing, but she loves to drive around in Mario Kart, and I think that benefits her. You know, she's going to be 7 in a couple months, but she can't like wrap her hand around like the camera controls or like the steering or things like that. And so I think that's going to be really cool. To your thought on every nook and cranny having something, I wonder if that's how you like unlock suits, costumes, parts, stuff like that too, you know?
Yeah, like it would be very cool is if you have to find different parts for your cart just around the world, or like do different missions, or say if like I'm playing and say, for example, it's me and Stephanie, Josh, and LaRon, and it's like, hey, let's go race to that tower, first one gets to win a cart part, and like something like that. Or I saw in the trailer, like if you use a certain item, you get to like change your outfit. I don't know if that's like a permanent thing or if that's just like a in the race thing, but like once you leave the track, can I keep the Hawaiian shirt and the sunglasses on Mario Kart, right? So there's tons of things I'm looking forward to, but again, there's a lot that I'm like, I just want to play it and just learn on my own.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm one of the few people that just, I don't know, I was kind of okay with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But by all means, it deserves all the success it's had. But I'm like, all right, kind of seen one, seen them all. But so I'm gonna hope to lean toward the free roam as a reason for me to get excited about the series again.
Yeah.
And just a shout out to people in the chat, the comments. What's up, DL Malone? No SpongeBob game, I know, and no Patrick the game either. Bummer, but hey, at least we got Mario Kart. Hey,
Yeah.
Grayson.
Yeah, I think Mario Kart is played a lot in my house. I'm very excited.
Okay,
Anybody
so this is the first original new Mario Kart game in how many years?
since 8 on Wii U,
So
How many years ago?
at least 10.
10,
Yeah.
12.
Man, they
decade?
milked the hell out of Mario Kart 8.
Mario
Yeah.
Kart 8 was probably, if I'm not mistaken, the best-selling game on Switch.
Yeah, by like 30 million
It
units.
has an adoption rate of like over 50%.
It's crazy. Like Mario Kart 8 is like the highest selling game on the Switch, and it's still just like it still sells. It still makes statements.
75.8 million copies sold for both versions combined. This game came out. By the time this comes out, it will be exactly 11 years.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like Mario Kart, people, sometimes clown on it, but it's like one of the greatest games Nintendo has ever made is Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, the Switch technically launched with Breath of the Wild, which had a decent adoption rate, but the fact that they're launching Switch 2, well, there's many games, but the Mario Kart was a smart choice.
And I think Mario Kart is the game needed for the Switch 2 to possibly like overthrow the Switch. Because like the Switch didn't really have a whole lot when it first launched, but this one I think has the potential to like, and especially with Mario Kart, has the potential to be like one of the hottest things since Toast, in my opinion.
I think that's why.
Oh, go ahead, Ed.
I was just saying, that's why I think for a lot of Black Fridays in the past, when they did a lot of their bundles, Mario Kart 8 was always added on it. So
that's a good point.
I think that's why they decided to do the bundle with this Switch 2, because they feel like if we got that attach rate with this system, we probably could do it again business wise.
Yeah, I'm like the game itself, like cool. I'm actually interested in a Mario Kart for the first time since Double Dash.
I can say that. I can say that myself. Like I'm not. I'm one of those people. Like everyone can tell you. Like you want to ruin my friendship. Like throw Mario Kart or Mario Party in there. But like hey, like they actually got me with not with Jamboree, but the Mario Party before that. They finally got me to say, okay, I will actively play this one, and I think like it's looking the same for Mario Kart World.
How? Well,
huh? Is that the one?
Superstar was the one before.
Yeah. Like whichever one was the first official release on the Switch.
Yeah, I guess my thing that's keeping me and like has really dampened my enthusiasm is the price point. $80 is ludicrous. I promise you, I will not be paying $80 for Mario Kart.
Can we talk about the gall and the gumption that Nintendo has here we are okay.
Yeah, we're talking about price stuff at the end.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's holding me up, and it has negatively impacted my thoughts on it.
Yeah, there's a couple things I want to bring up at the end, and the price is one of them, and the way that game carts are working is another one. So
all right.
My only other thing, and I promise it's the last thought that I have on this. It's not a bad choice for this to be your flagship game. I think that's actually a brilliant choice. For this to be seemingly your only like real first party game at launch is rough. Like Donkey Kong's not coming for 6 weeks after. I don't really as somebody who's like not a super Mario Kart head, as I was just established, that doesn't really make me go, I have to run out and buy this console right now. Whereas like with the Switch, I was on the fence about the Switch, but it was Breath of the Wild. Like that was me coming back to Nintendo. Nintendo historically has had pretty solid launch lineups.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels really weird that like the last couple consoles we've had outside of the PS5, like just across the board, have had really rough launch lineups. The Series X launched with nothing. It launched with a port of Gears Tactics. This is launching with just Mario Kart. The Switch launched with Snipper Clips and Breath of the Wild. Like, you're saved because Breath of the Wild is like one of the singular greatest games of all time and easily the best launch lineup game since Halo Combat Evolved. To only launch with one game, like, that is, first of all, like, Nintendo knows that they can get away with that because it's Mario Kart. I think if you did anything other than Mario Kart or a 3D Mario game here, you were going to have a rough time selling that. On top of that, like, when I look at the software coming, it just feels like, could we have at least gotten one of those games that's maybe cross-gen coming out the same? Like, if you had done this with, say, Metroid Prime 4, which I know is not going to be this massive seller, Metroid historically isn't, that I think would have gotten people like me more invested in, like, oh, there's something for me too right now, and not just Mario Kart, which I'll be happy to play with my partner, but it's not something that both her and I are going to be like, we're going to dump like 50 hours into this in the first month. We're going to do a few races. We're going to do a little free roam and be like, cool, when does Donkey Kong come out? So that's my only other thing. Like, my stuff is all anecdotal. It's the actual game, awesome. Here for it. Let's go.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Christian S. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.